I connected to Michael's Wi-Fi and then it kept on disconnecting and connecting and disconnecting. So I have disconnected from it and just using my normal data. If I'm sitting here, it's fine. It's weird. Sometimes I can go, you know, for a while doing a live, walking around random streets, no issues. And then sometimes I'm walking the same beach that I'm walked before and I buff out. But end of the day, you know, I am in another country, you know, though I've got to say, even in Australia I have issues doing lives, walking the streets. So it is what it is, right? Who cares in the scale of life? I buff out. I think we're going to take our shoes off. Let's really relax into it, eh? Ugh. Well, my massage lady, I don't know where she is. I was looking forward to another foot massage. I'm getting very spoiled, guys. So we are watching the beach in Legian Beach in Bali. All I can say, feet in the sand is an amazing feeling, right? It's so good for you. It's grounding, right? There's a lot of people down here. Hey Rhonda, how you going? It's a beautiful sunset, isn't it? Yeah. How you been, Rhonda? It must be very early for you in Texas at the moment. Like 5 a.m. probably, have a guess. I'm doing well, yes. I woke up early today. Okay. Have you got a big plan today? Are you getting up to go to gym or just woke up early and you just doom scrolling, as they say, on that we do these days? I need to go back into my process in the morning of not doom scrolling. I go to YouTube to check out, Meditation Motivation Marie, do a 10-minute meditation, and then do some doom scrolling. But yeah, this morning I was scrolling, and then I saw a video that popped up. It was an old video of Marie's from last year of a 10-minute meditation. I went, oh, that's what I'm supposed to be doing, a meditation. How weird is that, hey? So I thought, oh, well, I'll just do that one. But it had to pop up to remind me to stop doom scrolling. So, Rhonda, a couple of days ago, or maybe a week ago, I did a day of silence where I had no social media. I didn't use any of my social media. And I tell you, it was so beneficial. I think I need to do a no social media like once a week at least. Do you do it all at all? Like have a day that you just like, nah, today we're not going to look at social media at all. Rhonda, my trip's been really good actually. I came obviously initially to meet up with Paul D Australia and also see Bali again. I haven't been to Bali for like 15 years and I was curious about it. But I think the real reason why I was drawn to come is, look, there's been a bit of displacement in my house at the moment. Obviously I'm not home, I'm living in a caravan, and then, I went to visit my sister in Sydney to get away, and then I came back, and and then there's so much happening with the house, and there's a lot going on, right? So it was kind of perfect timing to get away. But that day of silence for me really brought up a lot of stuff with me personally. And I really think I need to find some more stillness in my life. The death of my father, and my father was kind of like coming through a lot in the meditations I was doing. I did about 12 meditations that day. So the day is about meditating, lots of meditation and reflection. So I'm not surprised. So yeah, I think I was meant to come here. My dad loved Bali. He loved Indonesia. Obviously he married an Indonesian lady, didn't he? But yeah, there's a reason why I'm here, I guess. And it was interesting that day of silence made me really miss home. And it's good to miss home, right? And the next day I did a FaceTime with my partner, and he was showing me all the renovations and showing me the garden. And I was so joyed to see the house and see the garden and see what was growing in the garden. And I was like, you know what? I'm ready to go home. And I said, I'm going to go home next Tuesday, which is next week, Tuesday, right? But I was looking at flights. I hadn't booked anything yet. But then talking to Diogo yesterday, he's like, you know what? He goes, if you come home, you're actually not going to be able to get into the house because the house is being cleared out, as in like all our stuff is in our bathrooms because our floors are getting sanded. So when your floors get sanded, it's a process of like a couple of days or a week or so of like, you can't go into the house. So, and we're getting the walls fixed up because when they lifted the house, the walls got cracked and stuff. So anyway, long story short, I'm feeling a little bit displaced and, like not unloved at all, but like, just like, okay, well, I'm not coming home, I guess. There's no reason to rush home. I'm okay about that. Like, I'm okay about it. I'm not, taking it literally. But, it's that displacement again. Like, okay, well, I was coming home. Now I'm not coming home. So, yeah, it's an interesting time. It's an interesting time. And I think it's really good that I'm by myself because it gives me that extra time to completely disconnect and reflect and, yeah. So, yeah, I'm good. I am good. But it's just, yeah, it's an interesting time. You fast from YouTube, from social media once in a while. Yeah, I just think when I get back to Australia, I think I need to maybe do like, once a week at least, or at least once a fortnight. Wouldn't kill me, that's for sure. Oh, we might not get a sunset, guys. It's dropped below a cloud. It's a bit disappointing. You can process some of those feelings and connect back to yourself. Yeah, and I think that's what I'm saying. Like there's a complete reason why I'm here. I definitely believe in reasons and seasons and lessons and and is it about my father? Is it about me? Could be all the above. But by having this time to myself, it gives me the opportunity to do that. So start luggage. It gives me this time to do that. Like, I mean, if I go home, I'm going to throw myself back into work and, the chaos of living in the caravan. And I'll probably throw myself into the garden at home because it'll be like overgrown and I won't have that time again. So I'm just going to take that time. And right now, the hotel I'm staying at is the hotel that I'm really inspired by. It's got beautiful architecture and I've just been painting up a storm. I did a really, really beautiful painting today. And look, paintings aren't supposed to be beautiful. Like, when you paint, you're supposed to paint for yourself. But there was something really, really nice about today's paint session. I'm really enjoying painting on this trip. There's a video coming out tonight, actually, or my time tonight. I guess in about 3 hours, there's a premiere of a paint session at a temple. And yeah, it's a nice reflection on the day, the silence day, and a bit about my dad. Do you ever journal? Interestingly enough, I do when I'm on holidays. On that day of silence, I journaled, and a couple of days ago I journaled again. And I think I probably need to do some journaling and just kind of document a little bit about what's going on. I have an online journal that I voice note myself. I voice noted myself a couple of days ago also. But the act of writing is powerful, right? Not sure if we're going to get a sunset or even any of the pink tonight. Normally we have the pink that goes flying through the sides. But yeah, we might not get any of that tonight. I must say, the last time I did an island kind of getaway for a month, which was about 11 years ago, I was at the start of breaking up with the boyfriend I'd been with for 10 years. And that month of, island hopping was really, really powerful. And I'm in a completely different place now to what my life was back then. Actually, it's probably about 14 years ago now. But I'm about to do a bit of island hopping, and I'm feeling that kind of finding myself, spending some time with myself, reflection. I don't know, there's something powerful about being on islands and walking along the beach. No, thank you. Walking along the beach, and yeah, I don't know. I think it's a very special time. I feel very, very grateful that I have this opportunity. Especially what's going on in the world at the moment. There's a lot of stress going on at home, like the news, and oh God, I don't watch it. Call me naive, I know. But I think it's not a bad thing to be here at the moment, just away from, hearing all of the doom and gloom, because there does seem to be a lot of doom and gloom. You just turn on Facebook and I read all this stuff about doom and gloom and petrol prices and this and then that and this and I'm just like, you know what? I'm kind of glad I'm not there. And in a way, is it me being ignorant? Probably. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Terima kasih. I do a process of purge writing where I write my feelings, my thoughts, what I'm worried about, and then give them to God, then shred them.
How are you?
Oh, hello. How are you going?
Made been waiting for you, then go home.
Sorry?
Made, the massage.
I haven't seen her. Is she here?
Already go home.
Oh, she's gone home. Oh.
When you
Sun-
tell me,
yeah.
and then when I see you, I tell tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll be here tomorrow anyway. Okay. Thank you. Bye. So, sorry. Shred them. Yeah, okay. I might try that actually. Yeah, exactly. Don't watch the news or social media, I know. There's a lady that massages really, really nicely. She's an older lady, and she has got the strongest hands you've ever. She's such a great massager, and like, she massages your legs for like $5. It's so ridiculously cheap. I gave her $10 yesterday, but like, she massaged my shoulders the other day, and I was like, ooh ah, like I was just like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So she just said that lady is a bracelet seller. I fell for it yesterday. I got some bracelets yesterday. But she said that the massage lady told her to tell me if she saw me that she's already gone home and she'll see me tomorrow. She's lovely. I don't get a massage every afternoon, but at least every second afternoon. Yeah, I love the colours too. Definitely aqua girls, the ocean colours, right? So I didn't want them because personally they're just, to me, they're just clutter and they're just going to break and it's just a waste of money, to be honest. And we can't really be affording to waste money, right? But yesterday I realised I put myself in a situation where I didn't have any change. And that's one of the things when, you buy these kind of things off these ladies, street sellers, that if you don't have change, you're not going to get change back. So I was like, I don't want more bracelets. So I ended up with 3 bracelets. I'll give one to my niece. And I just thought, here's $10. Like, it was like, it's a lot of money, $10 for these 3 bracelets that are worth like $1, not even $1 each, But I thought, you know what? You can't go to Bali and not buy anything off anyone. Like, you have to spend a little money, go to the locals. It's not like these ladies are, from international brands or anything like that. You're not giving money to Gucci or anything like that. These are, local ladies with local families. This is how they make a living. So I'm like, you know what? It is what it is. Yeah, no, I'll try that. I'll try that, Rhonda. I don't think I have a huge lot of worries. There's a couple that I could write down, but which might be not a bad idea to just let them be, right? Put them out to the universe and get them off my chest. These kids are absolutely loving that toy. Ordinarily, I wouldn't, be filming kids. Can't help it when they're in the way of my sunset. When they're close, I try to put the phone down because I really don't want to be showing their faces. But they're literally right in front of me now, so I can't really not. I'm surrounded by them now. When you write on paper, more comes out. Okay. The island that I'm going to, I will get to see turtles. I'll go snorkeling with turtles. So I can't wait for that. Seeing turtles in the wild when you're swimming is just amazing, right? Oh, now we're getting some colour. You look really chilled. I am very chilled. If I was any more chilled, I'd be like on the floor. It helps when I'm on a beanbag. These beanbags are very, very relaxing. Like you get to lie back and just look at the sky. Look at the sky, it's amazing. So look at these things they keep on chucking up in the sky. Oh. They just ran past me and flicked sand all up on me. That's kids for you, right? See, that's not bad. I mean, we didn't see the sunset, but still, I love the sun, the light flares. Oh, you've never seen one of them. Okay. Well, hopefully I'll get some GoPro footage for you, okay? Oh shit. Nearly got wiped out by it. It's actually a really, really, it's a beautiful thing seeing turtles swim. They're just like so graceful. They're so slow and they're just, float in the water like this. It's just so beautiful. I've had the pleasure a few times to see them and swimming, and it doesn't get old. It's just as exciting every time you see them. Just like when I see koalas, every time I see, oh shit. Okay, these kids they're going everywhere. Hello. I'm okay, thank you. Oh, it is gorgeous, isn't it? Hey, Crystal, how you going? Rhonda, have you met Mainly Italian, who is Crystal from Maine? And Crystal, meet Rhonda, if you don't know each other. Crystal's been joining me for sunset drinks. We unfortunately didn't see the sun dip again, but that's okay. It suddenly kind of just woke up and we got all these kind of like amazing flares, which is kind of nice. How's your... Oh, it's a morning for you. How's your day looking, Crystal? Have you got a busy day? Rhonda, are you working today? Oh, shit. Far out.
Sorry.
You're right. I got hammered again. These bloody kids. Goddamn kids. So as you see, these kids are flinging these things. They're pretty cool actually, but they shouldn't be flinging them near people. I've been nearly hit a few times. But end of the day. You do work today? Okay. So Crystal's got to go into town today. Get some run around with my mum. So did you end up getting that snow that you thought you were getting yesterday, Crystal? Actually, so Rhonda's in Texas. What's your weather like in Texas now in autumn? Because, I mean, you had some snow there for a little bit, but obviously I'm guessing there's no snow anymore. Oh my God, these kids. I don't have much patience to kids. Obviously, I never had them. That's the reason why I never had them. How are you, Dora? Are you at the same place? Yes, I'm at the same place. I ended up doing 3 lives this afternoon. I started at I drank at 3 different little beach bars. I started at a expensive beach establishment. It's a little kind of Instagrammable, famous little place. All the, who's who goes there. It's they got a pool in there. It's very expensive. It's like $8.30 for a beer. But I went there because I went there like when I first 15 years ago or something. When I came to Bali last, I went there with some girlfriends. We had cocktails there. It was kind of just opened up back then, and it's still quite fashionable. There was many people there, But anyway, I went there today to have a look at it, and I had one drink there, and then I started a live down there and walked along the beach, and then I think I buffed out again, and then I went to another beach bar like this, but down that way, and had a $3.50 beer. And then I started walking down the beach again, and then I buffed out again. And then I started another one. And I'm sitting at the normal beach bar, Michael's Beach Bar. Is there many people here at the moment? Let me have a look. Oh, there's 4 sets of tables. That's good, because sometimes I sit here, like when Paul and I were sitting here, we were like the only ones here. So that's good. And there was a big table when I turned up of people, so that's good business for them. Are you doing your room tour of your hotel, or have you? I haven't actually. I shouldn't I? I probably tomorrow actually. I'll do it tomorrow. Yeah, I'll do it tomorrow. I did a little bit of it today, actually. Crystal, if you're interested, there was a live I did today, and it's called Can I Buy Lunch for $5 in Bali? if you go to the end of that live, it's only about a 20-minute live. Oh shit, here we go. Ready? I'm getting it. Nope, I'm all right. Maybe it's like half an hour live. At the end, I take you through the front of the resort or the hotel and to see the big facade that I fell in love with. And then I take you to the pool, and it's really like a beach, like a little walk, and it's really quite nice. So have a look at that. That shows you around the garden. It's really beautiful. That's probably the most special thing about that place is what you'll see in that video. I've got oh shit, Nelia got me again. I've got a premiere in a couple of hours where I go to a temple, a Hindu temple, end up doing a painting in the temple. So I think it's a 10-minute video, guys. If you're interested in that, check that out. It's scheduled on my page. It's in about 2 hours or 3 hours. As I said, the reason why I came to this hotel because I felt very inspired walking into it. It was just, it's very, very pretty. It's very architecturally pretty. But yeah, I will do a room tour. Oh, shit. My God, these kids are gonna... Yeah, Crystal, or everyone, if you're still there, a couple of days ago, I was looking for a dentist, actually. I wanted to get a new mouth guard because mouth guards, you can get cheap mouth guards here. Same good quality, but just way cheaper, right? Anyway, long story short, I went down a street that I wasn't planning to go down, and I saw a beautiful float. So in Bali, the Day of Silence that a lot of you guys heard me talk about, I did just drop a video about the Day of Silence and what I did on the Day of Silence when I didn't talk for a day. But part of the Day of Silence, they do this thing where they make these paper mache evil things and they carry them on floats in the street. Well, anyway, I was walking down this street and I saw this float. It was on bamboo structure that they carry, right? But it was a beautiful kind of, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but it was like beautiful. And I went, that's really, really nice. Anyway, then I saw a whole lot of people like in black shirts, like a uniform. And then I saw these ladies all dressed the same. And I'm like, something's going on. Like, what's going on? So I asked one of the locals and they said, oh, one of the locals died and they're having, they're taking her to the temple to be cremated. And so I sat at a cafe across the road from the float, or the hearse. In Western culture, we say it's the hearse, but it's not like a car that we carry people away, coffins. But it's like literally a beautiful place where you put the coffin, basically. It was stunning. So anyway, I sat there and I painted it from the cafe. And then in front of my eyes, they started playing all the music and drums. They brought the lady out in the coffin. They put her in the makeshift, the hearse, you'd say. I don't know what it would call it. But anyway, the float. And then they stood there for about 15 minutes, stopped all the traffic. And there was lots of music and drumming and clanging. And, well, they lifted her up. And they did some kind of they waved things around. And then they just suddenly walked down the street, and they walked to the temple that I painted at, that I'm showing you tonight in my video.
Hello, are you order some food?
No, no. Yeah, so anyway, but long story short, I ended up going that afternoon to the beach and sitting here. And when I got to the beach, there was a whole lot of people down at the beach, more than normal. And Michael, the owner, he said, oh, yeah, someone got cremated today in Legian. So the lady that I saw get taken away in the coffin and walk to the temple was cremated that day, and that afternoon her ashes were put into the ocean. It was just interesting because, like, in Western cultures, like, my dad was cremated. It's not like we got the ashes that afternoon, right? It took a couple of weeks. So yeah, it's just interesting, right? Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, it's interesting. Like, death is going to come to all of us, right? And I think it's really interesting to see how other people celebrate death or do death. Or it's a part of their culture, right? It's part of everyone's culture. Yes, Crystal, about that. Oh shit. I'm not kind of saying where I'm staying. I'm showing where showing not exactly where it is, but if people knew, locals, they could probably figure it out. So the reason why I feel okay about doing it with this one is because they actually have security at the gates, and they have video footage everywhere around the place. So, like, when I walk out, there's always people, at the gate. It feels very, very safe. I have kind of like the last place I was staying at, I didn't do that. I purposely didn't show the location of my room, all those kind of things, just for that reason, because it just didn't, people can walk straight off the street into the hotel. So I didn't really want that, yeah. So I am being a little bit mindful of that, so yes. It's a hard one with lives, right? Because I really want to show you why I'm inspired. But at the same time, if I show you why I'm inspired and show you, like, the whole reason why I want to sit on the deck and just paint, the people will know exactly where I'm staying and my room. So it is a little bit of a hard one. So I haven't kind of completely showed. I showed where I was in the last room because I'm not there anymore. But thank you for concern. It is something I have kind of toyed with. Hey, Environmental, how you going? Yeah, so it was very, very interesting, Crystal. Very interesting. Environmental, yeah, it did have quite an impact on me. So, yeah, I mean, look, I haven't shied away from the fact that, I lost my dad 8 years ago, and look, I'm not special. Like, many of us have lost a parent, right? I just seem to talk about it a lot. Yeah, it's very interesting because I went to India a couple of months after my father passed away, and I actually took his ashes up to Everest Base Camp on a track with me. And part of that holiday, I went to India. And I don't know if you've ever heard of Varanasi. Varanasi is a very interesting place where death is just part of every day. Like, and I was very confronted there. When you've just lost your father and you see people dead, like, you don't see people dead, but, like, you see people wrapped in, basically wrapped in white sheets being carried past you, and it's quite regular. Like, Varanasi is a holy place where people want to die there. They actually want to die there. A lot of people actually go to they call them hostels there, where you actually die, and then you can be taken down to the Ganges River to be cremated in the gut. They call them guts, I think they're called. And you see the whole process literally in front of you. It's so confronting, but also so beautiful. So yeah, like it's very interesting. On my last trip to Indonesia, my uncle, not my blood uncle, but my uncle died, and it was very confronting because the body was brought back to the house that I was actually staying at. So I saw the whole tradition of how death happens in, my mum's religion. My mum is just a Christian, but so don't say that she's just a Christian, but most people in Indonesia are Muslim. They have their own different traditions, but I got to firsthand be part of the tradition, but not so attached to the tradition because my grandfather passed away, and I came when he died to support my mum and support my grandfather, to honour my grandfather. And it was very, very confronting for me as I think it was 30 something, seeing a dead body paraded and in the house where I was staying. It was very, very confronting. In Western cultures, we that's not how death is, right? So this time round, I got to not be so emotionally attached to it because it wasn't related to me. I maybe saw him once or twice in my life. It wasn't really. I'm not saying that in a bad way, but it's just there was no attachment for me, right? I didn't really know him. But I got to see the whole tradition, all the ceremonies that happened with my grandfather that I remember, but I was completely upset by because it was my grandfather. I got to see them and I got to videotape them. It was quite fine for me to video. I mean, I didn't show any dead bodies or anything like that, but it's beautiful. And one day I'll make a video about that. So I think what I've learnt, if you can learn anything about death, is that we're all going to die, and we're all going to lose someone, and we're going to be confronted by different things in our lives. But I think for me personally, when I travel, I see death, and I think I don't shy away from it and go, oh my God, I can't watch that, I can't be around that. I actually embrace it and want to learn about it and learn. I think learning about it can, maybe make it not so scary. I don't know. There's something in it, I just seem to, on my trips, that seems to come about. Literally, I just walked into it the other day. You heard a funny quote the other day, and it said, "You don't want to die." But hold on. I heard a quote the other day. It says, "If you don't want to die, you shouldn't have been born." Very interesting take on death, but it's kind of true. Well, it's true, I guess, isn't it? Hey, Heather, how you going? Welcome in, Heather. So, Heather, we're kind of morbidly talking about death right now. I saw a funeral procession here in the Hindu religion the other day, and then I happened to go down the beach to see sunset, sitting at this beach, and I saw them putting the ashes into the water. And it was quite a very fast process. Literally, I saw her being put into the float, the ceremony. I guess the cremation float or something like that. I don't know what you want to call it. But then she was carried down the street to the temple, and literally she was burnt, and then literally ashes given to the family, and they were brought her back to the beach that afternoon. So yeah, very interesting. Very interesting. I understand it, Crystal. I get you. I get you. And the next place I go, they're smaller. It's a smaller little island, so I will have to think a little bit more about when I do my lives there too, because it's a more of an isolated island. It's not so busy, so I need to think a little bit about that stuff. Death is hard. I'm still in shock about my brother. Yes, I know, who died 5 months ago, and in disbelief. I mean, it's still very, very. I mean, that's not very long away, and I remember how devastated you were back then. Unfortunately, someone in our community today, or should I say yesterday, lost their partner, and that has been very shocking for a lot of us to hear that news. Environmental says we avoid death in our Western culture. Well, yeah, you're true. Like we avoid it, but at the same time, we create it too, right? Like our our diets high in sugar and salt and chemicals is creating, conditions that were never a thing 50 years ago, right? So in ways we're living longer, but we're not living great, like to get to the ripe age of, X without, too much, hassles is, yeah, I don't know, like as she says when she starts drinking a beer. We're living longer, yes, but we're living longer with the aid of many drugs. Are we living happier? Are we living weller? Probably not. So these are young guys selling bracelets and doing card tricks to get tips. So the lights have come back on, so we're not really getting the sunset anymore. We're kind of getting a bit of a glow. New Orleans has a beautiful Day of Dead. I love how they remember the dead and celebrate them. Okay, so New Orleans, do they do the similar thing about the Day of the Dead in Mexico? I don't know if New Orleans is similar to, I think it's the 1st of November, straight after Halloween. Is it the same kind of time of year, the New Orleans ones? I think they do. Is it they go to the cemetery and they put flowers and it's bright oranges and marigolds. Is it very kind of similar? It's a beautiful tradition. I celebrate it every year. When I used to live in Mexico, I saw it quite a lot. I didn't really understand it too much because I naively hadn't lost my dad by that stage. It wasn't until I lost my dad that I really understood it, and I love the tradition. And I've had some beautiful, beautiful moments of, I don't know, magic, to be honest. I felt like I've sat there having lunch with my dad, having his favourite meals and having a drink with him, and I felt like I was literally sitting across from him, having a laugh and sharing some meals with him, like I used to do. So there is something magical about the Day of the Dead. I love that time, yeah. So, as much as we're scared of death and, it's a beautiful thing to see how each culture celebrates it and they do death. See you, Heather. We replace goldfish, then confront the subject. Well, this is true. This is true. Young kids, parents just change this up. Yeah, they just flush him. Oh yeah, he's not moving, mum. Oh, he'll be okay. And then they go to school and they flush the goldfish and they go get another goldfish and put it back in the fridge. The kids never know, right? It's true. It's very true. Oh, Crystal, it sounds like it's very much the same. If you, yeah, actually, if you look at my playlist, there's a Day of the Dead playlist, and there'll be some things that I've done. I've showed you how I built my altar, and I go full on with the altar, full on. I've unfortunately lost quite a few amazing people in my life, so I honour them by doing the Day of the Dead, and I go all out. All out. Last year, I was doing the 75 hard challenge, so I couldn't drink any alcohol over the Day of the Dead. But I poured all my friends and my family drinks, their favourite drinks. It's part of the tradition is, to bring them back is to, pour them a drink, make their, give them their special foods to attract them back. But yeah, there is a playlist with the Day of the Dead in my playlist, and you'll see some. I've done it in the last 2 years. Being on YouTube, I've done a Day of the Dead video. And there was quite a few lives. I did a lot of lives preparing my altar and explaining the process. Anyway, guys, it's getting a bit dark and you really can't see anything anymore. So I might say, oh, adios. Oh, actually we might see some fireworks first, guys. I love fireworks. I've heard something about putting ashes into fireworks. Has anyone heard about that? Or did I hear that wrong? Putting ashes into fireworks and then yeah, I don't know if I got that wrong or right. But anyway, guys, I think on that note, I'm going to say adios or selamat, oh my God, selamat datang. I think selamat datang. Selamat hari, I don't know. I'm shocking at Bahasa. Or Buenas noches, which is in Espanol. Or just say good night, guys. Good night. But just heads up, in a couple of hours will be a premiere. If you go to my scheduled videos, there'll be a scheduled video. If you click on it, it'll tell you the time. I think it's about 2 hours for time. Check it out. It's a 10-minute video, or just get it on, whenever you have time. But there's also another video I just dropped last night. It's only about 10 minutes also, about my day of silence and what I did on my day of silence. It's pretty damn boring, but I did a voiceover to make it a little bit more interesting. But anyway, guys, I'm going to say adios and thank you for watching tonight or today or whatever time it is. Have an absolutely smashing day if you're in the Northern Hemisphere. If you're in Australia, like environmental, good night. It's probably late for you in Victoria at the moment. Have an awesome sleep and I'll catch you tomorrow. Bye. Where am I going now? Nicholas? I don't know. I'm going to sit here for a little bit and then I'm probably just going to go back to my apartment. Night.